Hello YouTube, this is Shirley426, and today we have the review of the Expo exclusive Master Grade Gundam Astray Gold Frame Special Coated version. So the main reason why it's called the Special Coated version is that number one, I would have to assume is it's because the white parts are actually not just your normal white color, they're kind of like a pearl coated color white. So, and number two, the gold is actually chrome. So I guess that's the main reason why it's called the Special Coated version. Although I think they could have just gone with the the Astray Gold Frame, but whatever. So I got this recently at the Gundam Expo in Korea, and originally I was pretty happy to get it then, because when this singling was first announced and sold, it was originally about $99, but basically close to $100. But later, I would have to assume it didn't sell too well, hence they reduced the price more often, and then later it went down to about $50-ish or $60-ish, which is why I definitely grabbed it right away. Of course, before the Astray Red Flame Flight Unit was announced, at the time I actually did want to have a normal Astray that doesn't have any big swords or special equipment going on here. So this was definitely the first grab for me at the time. But still, I'm still happy to get a second Astray like this, but let's see what we got. So other than the mobile suit itself, here's what you get from the kit. So here are the stuff that you are supposed to get. Is number one, you still get the original beam rifle for the Astray, and basically nothing too special has changed here. Same rifle, same scope, and then we still have the peg going on here. So I believe there's a peg here you can pop out and you can store it into the back skirt armor, and the front handle still moves. And then we get a pilot figurine, but this is not the correct pilot figurine. Even the one that's inside the mold suit is basically the same pilot figure as this, the Astray Red Frame pilot, but it should be technically the same pilot figurine as the Omatsu Mina. Other than that, here we have a sticker sheet. Once again, I did use everything except for these red ones that goes onto the shoulder. I mean that goes onto the chest area. Being these red stickers, I definitely felt like these were out of place, so I did not use them. Everything else I did use. Now these two stickers, I checked the manual multiple times, and these are not mentioned. So I'm gonna assume these are for other parts. If you bought the original, like Red Frame Kai or something else like that. Alright, and then we get a water slide decal sheet, nothing too special going on that, so as usual. And then we get the two beam saber effect parts that is unique to the Astray as far as I know, and I'll be demonstrating these later because there is one big flaw with the equipment. Here we have the shield, the same shield, but instead of normal white we get the pearl white color, and instead of red we get the chrome gold colors going on here. Very nice. And then we get a action-based connector, nothing too special. And then this is supposed to be the big finale. So this bazooka, I actually do like the design of this bazooka, but I would like to mention that you can get this bazooka not from only this kit, but the Master Grade Duel Gundam Assault Shroud kit also comes with this bazooka for some reason. I really don't know why, but it does. So yeah, the build is pretty simple, and then we do have the moving handle, so pretty good. But there is one big flaw right over here, which I will go over in the equipment demonstration. Regarding leftover parts, we get some leftover polycaps, nothing too special regarding those. And we get this is actually a pretty big one for me. So this is the original beam rifle for the Duel Gundam Assault Shroud armor. So when I was reviewing that kit, I can't remember how it happened, but basically I took out the beam rifle and I accidentally hit the ceiling, and it broke off the end section right over here. So I'm really glad to have a replacement for that at this point. And then we get some sort of leftover handle piece, which is actually for the railgun that's on the shoulder armor of the Duel Assault Shroud armor. So that can be taken off and used as a normal gun. So this is for that handle. And then because of the bazooka part, the inside clear piece, this section right over here, because of that we get a whole plate of these parts, which I would assume this is from the Duel Gundam, but the colors is not the one I remember. They're supposed to be a little bit bluish or something like that. So yeah, so I might need to recheck the Duel Gundam as well, the leftover parts, but yeah, I don't really remember these being black, but interesting leftover pieces. Alright, so we've seen the basics of the kit, the components. Let's look at the kit now. So I have actually read your comments regarding my Red Frame flight unit, and I did, in this case I was careful building the kit, and then I was aware that I did not show the articulations too well. So hopefully this time I can do it correctly. Okay, so let's get the head. Now the head is the interesting part here. It's the same build, but you can see there is like these red outlines on the face part. So that color is not correct as far as I know. I went on the wiki and then checked the original artwork for the Astray gold frame, and apparently the inside face has to be black, which is supposed to line up with this black section on the head to the inside here. So I guess, I don't know, but I've also checked the real grade kit images and the face was also red on the inside, so I'm not sure which is wrong or which is correct at this point. But if you do want to have it more, you know, fitting color, I think black would definitely look good on this one, because the red definitely breaks the mold with the gold as well. So we still have the same articulation, can go down that much, up that much, and then 360 twist I would not suggest because there is a lot of stuff going in the way, especially the one on the back section is going to collide a lot. And I'm still not a big fan of the V-fin because once again, every time I touch it, it moves around. So not the most stable V-fin if you ask me. Alright, so looking at the shoulders, so we do have a little bit shorter movement that goes forward or backwards. I'm not sure if it can go more than this because as far as I know, this piece is colliding right now with the front chest armor. But other than that, the arms can go to the side. I mean, the shoulders can also move itself a lot like that, and then so you can move the arms to the side more than 90 degrees as well. And then we get a 360 twist on the arm itself, and a very nice bend going on here. And then we still have the hole for the shield connector, and then the hands are ball jointed. What with the articulated fingers, with these parts, 3 of them being together, and then the thumb and the trigger finger being separate. So not my best or ideal hand, but still works. And then the backpack, pretty much the same backpack we saw as the red frame, where the beam sabers can move around side to side, and then you can take off the backpack like that, or you can detach the connector here. Let me just reconnect that. There we go. And then you can swap it down, you can move it down and then connect to this section to have any backpacks connected. But since I don't have any extra backpacks, I don't think I'm going to be showing that as well. But still, I really do like how they did well with the gold coating on here. The chrome gold is looking very good. Of course, I do have some multiple opinions regarding chrome color because number one, they do get dirty a little bit easily because mostly because of fingerprints. Now looking at the body, we still have the opening cockpit, which does not open too well for me, and still the wrong pilot figurine inside. So just wanted to point that out as well. And then for the body wise, we do have a little bit of forward and backward movement on the body, and then side we do have a little bit tilt side to side going on there. So yeah, we do have a pretty good movement going on here on the body. Not the best, but also not the best, but also pretty okay. And now for the side skirts, which is I'm not sure if I mentioned this on the red frame, but the side skirts do have like a interesting connection here going on here. So the ball joint is, there's a single piece which is on the hinge, so you can move it side to side. Whoops, actually this is a pretty good example. So this is how the design is. So with that ball joint connected, we can move the front and side skirt a little bit, which I'm not too sure why, which if I had to guess, maybe it's just for articulation. But yeah, it's an interesting connection that I haven't seen in any other kits for up to this point. But the front skirt and side skirts are connected to ball joints, so and them being small, they don't really get in the way for the legs. Alright, now looking at the leg articulation, actually the body articulation, the rotation wise, it doesn't go 360 because the front skirt is blocking the way, or mostly the crotch piece to be more specific. So yeah, just keep that in mind. But I still think there's no reason for the upper torso to go 360 for a mobile suit. Alright, and then the legs, we still have a nice side swivel going on here, and then the legs can go to the side 90 degrees. It's a little bit on the connection is a little bit stiff, so do be careful. And then and then we can go about 490 degrees, and then back not so much, because even though the back skirt does move a little bit, it doesn't really, not as much. And on my last review regarding the leg bend, I only showed about to this point because the main reason was that I found out is that it was just so stiff that I wasn't really sure it could bend more. But after doing some sanding on this kit, it can bend more. So that's a very good bend going on here. And a lot of you guys told me this is actually the combat knife connector for the blue frame. So thank you for that as well. And this time I did not miss out any parts for the inside of the knee sections. And then feet wise, we have your ball jointed feet, very nice going on there, and then a nice toe bend that goes to the top. Alright, so we've seen the basics of the kit, so I'll be right back with the demonstration of the equipment. So because the bazooka definitely has one big flaw. Okay, here's the first demonstration. So I basically gave it the beam saber on the right hand, and the left hand is trying to bring out the other one. And on the back skirt, I attached the beam rifle because of how the flight unit on the red frame was there. The shield and the beam rifle could be stored into the flight unit, and because of that, I kind of forgot to show that you could do it onto the back skirt of the original mobile suit as well. So I just wanted to point that out as well. So as you can see, there is no problem doing it. The articulation is pretty good to the point out where you can pretty much pose as much as you want to. And even on the beam sabers, we also have this kind of hole system going on here. So on the hands, there's also a peg system. So the hole and peg system does exist on this kit. So anything that is compatible with the hole and peg system, you have no problem holding the weapon as well. So you can see I'm not even closing the hand, but it still sticks onto the hand very well. So that's pretty good. And regarding the gold parts, most of them are about undergated, but there are some areas that are not undergated. Hence, the num marks will get in the way, and hence, while cleaning that, you might accidentally scrap off a little bit of gold, the gold paint on there as well. So keep that in mind. All right, so we've seen the basics, though, and I'll be right back with the bazooka and the rifle on the hand, because the two have very big differences regarding the connection. Okay, I'm back. So currently I have the beam rifle on the left hand and the bazooka on the right hand, and the shield I just connected there because I just wanted to show you guys that you don't really need to use a handle. So currently, as you can see, it looks like it's holding the bazooka pretty well, but in reality, I'm literally just balancing it on the shoulder with the fingers. So here's the main differences. So I'm going to take off the beam rifle. So here is the beam rifle. You can see there is clearly a hole for the hand. There's the hole and peg system there, right over there. So it connects very well. It's actually a firm connection. I have no issues with this rifle. Because of that, I'm actually starting to like this rifle. This one, looking at the handle, it does move forward and backward. That's actually a good thing. But on the handle, either side, you do not see a hole there. The only hole is in front of the handle. So the main reason why this is the case is that if you buy the GAT series, the Strike Gundam, okay, now I'm not sure about the Strike Gundam, but let's say the Buster Gundam, the Duel Gundam, the Blitz Gundam, you buy them, they have the same type of hands where the wing kits have, where the weapons, those hands actually give you swappable fingers. So hence, because of that aspect, the pegs are actually inside the hands, like this area, not on the side. So because of that aspect, we cannot have a firm connection. So there is no connector here. So I would suggest that if you want to have a firm connection on the hand, maybe you can modify this handle, maybe give it a hole and then attach it onto the hand. But yeah, the main reason why this is not a firm connection, you have to balance the bazooka onto the kit, is that the original handle, the handle for this one, it actually requires a different style of hand. Kind of the same situation where the White Dingo Gem Sniper Master Grade kit came with. Anyway, that's pretty much it for the review. So if you are wanting to have this bazooka, not for the gold Astray, I do suggest you get maybe Duel Gundam, but still, the Astray kit, definitely, I have a new opinion regarding this kit. I'm not going to say it's my favorite mobile suit out there, but definitely the kit was impressive. I can see why there's a big hype for this kit. But anyway, that was pretty much it for the review for the Astray Gold Frame. Pretty much it's a pretty standard Master Grade kit. It has great articulation and great stability. So once again, if you can get it for a good price, definitely go for it. Anyway, thanks for watching the review. This was the review of the Expo exclusive Master Grade Gundam Astray Gold Frame special coded version. If you guys got any questions or requests, you can comment below. I still have more stuff to buy and build and make reviews out, so please stay tuned. Until then, see you guys next time.